My friends, I absolutely love what Ricky Gervais had to say last night at the Golden Globes. This is Howard Real. The show is called Real Truth. And no, I did not watch the Golden Globes. I don't waste my time watching trash like that. A bunch of self congratulatory millionaires pouring champagne for each other. No, 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 no. But I loved reading about it in the news. Here's the report from the Hollywood Reporter. I'm quoting. Once again, Golden Globes host Ricky Gervais did not shy away from hot-button topics in his monologue, even as he told the stars attending on Sunday not to elongate their acceptance speeches by referring to contentious current events. At the top of the annual ceremony at the Beverly Hilton, Gervais ended his monologue by telling the nominees the following, quote, "So if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a political platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So if you win, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and blank off, okay?" Unquote. Gervais's swear word was bleeped out on NBC. He was also bleeped for his use of profanity in two other jokes. One where he called Kat's James Corden a fat blank, and another where he discussed the same film's Judi Dench, blank, blank, blank. The comedian, however, also peppered the monologue with references to Me Too and contemporary issues. He started off by noting that it was his fifth time hosting, and therefore he didn't care what flack he would take. Then he punched in with a nod to last year's college admissions scandal. Quote, "I came here in a limo tonight and the license plate was made by Felicity Huffman," he said, referring to the actress's prison sentence. While discussing the addition of Apple TV Plus to the room, Gervais noted the irony of a Me Too themed show like The Morning Show being, quote, "made by a company who runs sweatshops in China. You say you're woke, but if ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent," unquote. My friends, my hat is off to Ricky Gervais, not literally, but it's off anyway. Yes, he is absolutely right. And I love the fact that he had the chutzpah to say it up on stage. The Hollywood snowflakes, the liberal nitwits, don't know anything about the real world. Frankly, they don't care about the real world. And so they should not go up there and pontificate about things they don't understand simply because someone puts a microphone in front of their mouths. I personally don't want to hear empty-headed faces. That's all they are, really, faces, except for the occasional starlet who shakes this or that. They're pretty faces with two perfect teeth going up there and talking about serious matters that only adults should be discussing on the air. So, once again, congratulations to Ricky Gervais for injecting a little bit of humility, a little bit of reality in what was otherwise an obnoxious self-congratulatory glom item from Bloomberg. Gold surged to its highest level since 2013 as rising tensions in the Middle East stoked demand for havens, with Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated seeing more room to run. Palladium extended gains to a fresh record. Bullion neared $1,600 an ounce after Tehran said it would no longer abide by any limits on its enrichment of uranium following the killing of General Qasem Soleimani. President Trump said he's prepared to strike Iran, quote, "in a disproportionate manner," unquote, if it retaliates against any U.S. targets, unquote. "As long as I am doffing my cap, allow me to doff it to the president for throwing away this ridiculous old bromide about having to respond in a proportional manner. No, anybody screws with the United States goes up in flames. That's how you prevent future attacks and keep innocent people from being killed." Now, here's a related item from Agence France Presse, Dateline Baghdad. Two rockets hit near the U.S. Embassy in Iraq's capital Sunday, witnesses told AFP, hours after the ambassador was summoned over a U.S. strike that killed top Iraqi and Iranian commanders. Sunday's attack was the second night in a row that the Green Zone was hit, and the 14th time over the last 2 months that U.S. installations have been targeted. Folks, the Iranians want America dead. They want Israel dead. They're lobbing rockets at us. They are furiously working on a nuclear program that they say openly they want to use to destroy Israel and America. Now key into all the comments coming from Democrats who want to protect Iran. They're attacking President Trump for taking action. Democrats, as we know, and I refer you to 8 years of Barack Obama, don't take any real action. They're passive fools. But when it comes to the United States versus terror and terrorists, the Democrats can always be counted upon to side with the terrorists. So once again, for the umpteenth time, we got an election coming up this year. When you go to vote, just remember, if you're voting for Democrats, you're voting for the terrorists. You're voting for people who protect and defend terrorists who would love to kill you and your family. That's what you get with a vote for a Democrat at any level of government. Sometimes I think that Nancy Pelosi is really a sleeper agent who's been inserted into the Democrat Party to get them to lose every election from now on, because every time she opens her pie hole, that's exactly what she does. She and Chuck Schumer and all the other idiots on the left defending this arch terrorist and murderer who's got American soldiers' blood on his hands, and the Democrats are rallying to his defense. It is as shocking as it is appalling, and I can't imagine anyone who is a patriotic American voting for people who side against America with terrorists. So, my friends, if you are a Democrat voter going back years, you need to rethink. And you need to be smarter. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back. It's Monday, right here on Real Truth. Go nowhere.